So we got the okay on the prototype, so let's get going. What? You want to say hi? Puppy wants to say hi. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I love you too. I'm working on a project for a great barn restaurant downtown Key West on Duval Street called Old Town Tavern. Everything you want in a neighborhood tavern, but here in Key West. The owner, Nick, has a great vision for what he wants for a big t-shirt dispenser. And imagine 16 upside down large Pez dispensers. The souvenirs will go in a can, t-shirts, stickers, etc. with the bar logo on here. Cans will get loaded at the top. I think 16 of them. Ow! Customers take them out at the bottom. There'll be 16 of these columns, tubes, square tubes. If it's square, can you call it a tube? I know what you're looking at, this little mistake cut right here. It's a prototype. Need to cut a rabbet, a groove in the top and bottom back pieces here to accept the back panel. Now the piece is going to sit on top of that for mounting it on the wall. But I'm not going to use my dado blade, the stacked dado blade for this. I'm going to use 2 cuts on the table saw. One this way, one this way. Let's go. And now I need to put grooves or dados in the top and bottom pieces so that the vertical dividers can fit into those. And I'm pretty excited because it looks like I'm going to get the entire carcass assembled tonight except for the face frame. Hey everybody, would you look at that? I'm completely dejected because I have put the dados in the wrong spot. So I'm going to make some repairs to that and call it a night. Alright, it's a brand new day. I decided to, it's a brand new morning. After I messed up the parts last night and had to fix them, I decided to call it quits for the night and start assembling this morning. Not only did I have to replace the grooves, I actually had to adjust the length of the vertical pieces as well. But here we go, all ready to start assembling. With the carcass gluing, I can turn my attention to the face frame, starting with the vertical pieces. There are 15 verticals that are identical that cap the dividers, and then 2 end pieces that are slightly different. With all the blanks cut for the verticals, it's time to cut the notches out of each of them. So I've got this roll of galvanized flashing for roofing. It is 50 feet long, 14 inches wide. I'm going to cut this into some 8-foot lengths and some 4-foot lengths, and then we're going to wash it with muriatic acid. It comes from the factory with a coating on it to protect it, and we want that off in order to age it. So first I'm just going to cut it up with the old tin snips, and then wash it down with muriatic acid. I just paint it on with a paintbrush, and I want it to kind of look natural, so I'm going to splatter it around a little bit as well as brushing it on. After the muriatic acid had eaten away most of the zinc coating on the sheet metal, it took a few more applications, a couple more days, using different chemicals to get the rust to really accelerate and get the patina where I wanted it. I think the most effective things were toilet bowl bleach and vinegar. But now that that's done, it's time to start wrapping the individual pieces with metal, starting with the main body of each of the vertical face frame pieces. And the method that I ended up with is basically cut the piece to rough size, score it around the piece it's going to wrap, and then finish the trimming, wrap it with the hammer. All the while desperately trying to keep my fingers from getting smashed with the hammer or sliced open on the sheet metal. I worked late last night and got the face frame wrapped with metal. Now I'm going to spend the morning with files and sandpaper, just refining everything and making sure it looks great and there's no sharp edges anywhere. Well, as luck would have it, the customer did not like the red paint. They have a custom color that they wanted it painted. So I mixed up some oil paint to run through my HVLP sprayer. I have taken the whole unit outside where I'm going to epoxy it. West Systems epoxy, it's a 2-part epoxy. Put it in these tubes and then squeeze it out and screw and clamp the face frame to the carcass. Then I can mount the back panel in its groove, add the cleat in the back for mounting, and mount the side panels, which are simply pieces of plywood wrapped in metal. The whole thing is going to get several coats of clear coat over the next, and at the same time I've been fabricating this locking mechanism. You're seeing the locking mechanism upside down in this picture, and there's actually a rare earth magnet behind it that holds it in place when it's not in use. There's one final step to do, which is to screen print the bar's logo on the sides of the unit. That's a rather long, drawn-out process, so I'll save that for another video. Time to get it loaded up in the truck and delivered to the customer. And here it is, its final resting place and in service at the Old Town Tavern. If you enjoyed this video or were inspired by it, please give us a like and subscribe so you can get notified of new videos as they come out. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care and so long for now from Key West.